I was gonna go to school, but then I got high. I was gonna pay my child support, but then I got high. Chase Delaney, Shawnee boy. Fuck you saying, ho. You guys saying? What are you guys up to? Sean, I'm just warming up that rig. Just warming up that rig there, Shawnee boy. Shawnee. Sean A? Sean A? Nah, shit, it was boring. You know what, bro? I was just out, had some drinks and shit, a couple shots of tequila. I gave my father his first shot of tequila tonight. The first shot, he's like, ah, it's fucking disgusting. I'm like, alright, well, I'm ordering you one more. Order him one more shot. He drinks and he's like, buddy, I am fucked. I'm fucked. Can't drink no more. I'm fucked.
Don't need anything. I'm here, Sergeant.
Mom of these two little ones?
I think those are her sister's kids.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I think those are her sister's kids. So.
Well, there's the sister. She's dead. So, can we get those kids out?
Yeah, we're gonna hold here. Yeah.
We need to work on getting those kids out. That lady.
We're gonna get them out a different way than this.
Charlie would take care of those two kids.
Okay, we need to do it.
Okay.
Post haste.
You want us to leave any stuff in there?
Polly, have we, where are we as far as search? Have we done a backyard?
We have not done a backyard.
This is open.
No, because she came in after I came in here, and I had to get her out of here.
Okay.
So I did not do a backyard search.
What a G, man. My fucking father is a real one, dude.
Is there any way to get them out of here without having them see? Let's wrap them up in blankets.
Yeah. We'll probably just go out this way, cover eyes and head. We'll take the children's. Well, right now, head to toe, they're okay.
Yeah.
So we're green.
Okay.
I'm grabbing a blanket. I'm gonna hold it. Okay. Will you both transport in yours?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the blanket here.
You're taking them to the hospital, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The two young children and Jessica are taken to a local hospital. While none would show any physical wounds at the time, they were each undoubtedly traumatized by the event. Each would also be placed under protective custody in the hospitals, as Joseph was still at large. There was still the question of where Joseph had gone. He was on foot, barefooted, and it was cold that
Hakuna Matata.
many of the yards in the neighborhood, like the Serranos, were fenced in. There could only be so many options, and one of the most likely was where he lived, just a few blocks away from his parents' house. Police cordoned off the entire neighborhood, hopefully before Joseph had a chance to escape, and a group, including a canine handler, descended on the Castorena household. Sergeant Davis headed over to the Castorena house to lead the efforts.
Here's the deal.
What a wonderful phrase.
We want to get in contact with your brother before somebody else from some other agency does, okay? I would rather your brother be alive and under arrest than to be dead or shot because he does something stupid, okay? Is there any way that you can help us out to find out where he's
I
at?
already tried calling him. My sister tried calling him. He won't answer.
Okay.
Does he have any social media that he might be on right now?
Okay, she just gave you the answer right there. You know what I mean? She literally just gave you the answer right there. You track his phone and you find out where he is. Boom, done. Did the cop's job for him.
Why would his phone be hidden? Why would we be seeing stuff around here
What do you mean?
as far as where he was last located?
For his phone?
Yeah.
Like his phone here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there
I
anything?
will-
She's lying.
Anybody that he would be living or going to someone's house around here or anything like that?
I don't know. I just got home. I noticed my dad and mom were gone. They were over here. I called them. That had happened with Joseph.
Okay, so are you cold right now? Are you film?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm nervous.
Okay. Don't be nervous around us. We're here to make sure that things are good, so there's nobody that's in danger inside your house. Okay.
Just my
And
mom,
you-
my sister. I seen them earlier before I left.
All right, Shawnee boy, get your toke ready, buddy. Let me know when you're good to go.
Contact. How was that?
I just seen him walk out the door. That's it.
Okay. Was he mad? Was he angry?
No. I think he said something about a haircut.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal. If you're cold, here's the deal. I don't want you going back in the house because I don't know if he's in there somewhere. All right. And
Are you guys-
obviously, I'm not going to arrest you or anything like that. I just don't want you going back in the house, and I'd like you to be compliant with us, okay? Because the situation is,
Well, see, I've
The
never
less
been in a
people that we
situation
have-
like this. So I'm like, I don't have my dad. My dad's the one that usually,
well, I mean, my deal is preservation of life, right? So if you come out, maybe we can have you call the other females that are in there and have them come out of the house if you would. Everybody that's in the house, everyone that's in the house.
In the meantime, police have been getting ping results from Joseph's cell phone. He is somewhere within a 900-meter radius around the Serrano home, a distance within which is his...
Just
parents'
fucking
home.
lock it down, 900 meters, you lock it down, and you just go door to door, fucking searching every house, boys.
Sergeant Davis is able to
What a
talk to
wonderful
all the people
phrase.
from inside the house,
Hakuna Matata.
Joseph's sister and his mother. They, through a bilingual officer, give him some insight into the relationship between Jessica and Joseph. Eventually, after repeated calls for Joseph to come out, the time has come to go in and see if he's there. Sergeant Davis leads the way again, making sure to advise the officers that the family has 2 dogs in the house and every effort must be made to ensure they aren't harmed.
Dude, I swear to God, if an officer were to shoot my dog, I'd fucking shoot that cocksucker. You know what I mean? Cheers, Sean. God bless you, dude. You're a fucking homie, man. I hope I get to meet you one day, buddy. I hope I get to meet you one day, son.
Door is open.
Smoke a fat fucking joint with you. Cheers.
Come on, buddy. One dog's out. Come here. Here, let me grab it. Just take that and just hold that door. All right, Bobby, bring him up. Stay right there, boy. Hold that door. Got the other dog.
Woo.
Hey, you got your other dog. You're welcome.
Bro, that was such an aggressive you're welcome. This guy's in kill mode right now. That cop's in fucking straight kill mode.
Nothing. There was no sign that Joseph was home. Officers filed in behind the dog, searching room to room for the armed man. During the search, for one singular moment, we get a look at Sergeant Davis, his face reflected in a mirror. It has been a horrific, tragic night, but he has worked hard to console and care for both the victims of the crime and the family of the perpetrator while trying to address the issue of an armed murderer at large in a community.
Yo, Sean, whatever happened with your daughter? There was like her one friend's boyfriend or something was shooting someone. Whatever happened with that?
Throughout the early part of the incident, police in the area reported hearing a loud truck roaring around the cordoned-off neighborhoods, and gunshots rang out. Could someone have been attempting to provide a distraction to give Joseph a chance to slip out? Could he have had an accomplice? Could he still be in the area? His phone was still pinging in the 900-meter radius between the 2 houses. Joseph's phone was eventually found in the backyard of the Serrano home, apparently dropped or discarded at some point. Evidence also suggests that he had returned back through the house, hopped the rear fence of the property, and made his escape in that direction. Police dogs were sent throughout the neighborhood, and police went door to door, asking permission to search backyards and asking if anyone had seen or heard anything. A reverse 911 call was also sent out to everyone in the immediate vicinity to alert them that there is an armed, dangerous man on the loose and that
A
all
reverse
individuals should
911 call. I've never even heard of that.
in place. Inside the home, the murder weapon and 9 shell casings were found. Fingerprints on the 9mm Kimber handgun would later be found to match those
Shocking.
of Joseph Castorena. The
Never would have
shell casings
thought.
would also later turn out to be a match of casings found months before in a stolen vehicle. The gun itself appears to have been stolen at some point in its history as well, having originally been purchased by a man in Iowa in 2016.
We have just begun a daylight search of the neighborhood. We even had drones up in the air at first light, and we're now doing a thorough search of the immediate neighborhood because we are concerned and want to find the subject. His name is Joseph Mario Castorena. He's 21 years old. We have to assume he is armed, and we are very concerned and want to do everything we can to find him and take him into custody as soon as possible. His photo has been released on APD social media. If you look at it closely, you will see that he has a very distinctive lion tattoo on the left side of his neck. We're obviously requesting the public's assistance and the media's assistance to find him. If anyone sees him or has any information about his whereabouts, we ask that 911 be called immediately. He has a history involving domestic violence, and I don't have all the details. I'd rather not go into that, but this was an accumulation of events here that led to this. So yes.
Did this have anything to do with the custody dispute? Because that's what some relatives have told us.
Well, the children of the suspect and his domestic partner are not even in state. They are elsewhere with family and safe.
Interim Police Chief Daniel John Oates explained that there had been a long-time volatile relationship between Joseph and Jessica. It might be worth it to take a moment to look at that relationship. The couple, never married, shared 2 children together, and over the last 2 years before the event, their relationship had degraded into one of jealousy, anger, and breakups, followed by short-lived reconciliations. During this time, Joseph would often create Facebook accounts under false names and try to chat up Jessica. Jessica would agree to meet up with the new man, and Joseph would then announce that it was really him and proceeded to start the next round of fighting. Eventually, the fights would get so contentious that Child Protective Services would be called in for the sake of their shared children. Just a week before the killings, Jessica and her father Jesus had asked for and received an individual protective order against Joseph after he busted out her car windows, dragged her from the car, and held her at gunpoint in his vehicle for a period of time. Jessica's mother spoke with local news station Fox 31 in Denver about the relationship between Jessica and Joseph.
This has been going on for 2 years already. And even the cops know that how many times I've called and my daughter has called. I'm trying to get answers. I haven't received any phone calls from anybody. I haven't heard from my daughters. I don't know anything about my granddaughters. I don't know why nobody has contacted me. The only thing I know is that I want justice, and I want everybody to please find Joseph Castorena.
Reports state that the children shared by Joseph and Jessica had been removed by Child Protective Services just a day before the killings. Could this have been the triggering mechanism that ignited the situation? So where had Joseph gone? He headed north away from the scene of the crime, but could be headed south, much further south, perhaps to Texas, to grab his children. Could he be headed to Mexico, where he had family and had just been the prior year before to attend his grandfather's funeral? Both seemed like a long shot for a man who had not just left behind his vehicle, but also his shoes. Inside the Hummer was also found his wallet with his ID, debit card, and 2 credit cards. Joseph had few resources to run on. As news stories and word of mouth went through the Aurora and Denver metro areas, tips started coming in to the Aurora Police Department. One of the first and best leads was from a cousin of Joseph's named Joel. He told police that early in the morning of the killings, Joseph had knocked on his bedroom window asking for help. Joel said he knew something was wrong, and after seeing the man at the home's front door, he refused to let him in after being asked if he could stay there for a while. Joel said he provided Joseph with a pair of green sneakers, and Joseph left, saying that Joseph just kept saying that he had effed up and that he seemed high on some kind of drug. Joseph had traveled miles away on a night when temperatures were at freezing with no shoes, completely undetected. He had to have an accomplice giving him a ride. The investigation turned to Joseph's two brothers. While his older brother had an alibi for that night, Joseph's younger brother, Juan Angel Castorena, was avoiding contact with the police. Eventually, he was
Not
brought
legal.
in for questioning. Juan, as it turns out, had given Joseph not just a ride away from the crime area, but also to Jesus' house and then to neighboring Denver, where he passed the man off as his cousin, Carlos Flores. Juan would be arrested and charged with accessory after the fact with 4 murders. FBI and other law enforcement officers would then descend on Flores' place of work after receiving a tip that the man had been talking about how his cousin had just killed 4 people. Flores was arrested and would tell investigators that he had attempted to pass Joseph off to other family members, but they wanted no part of it. He had finally dropped the man off in the middle of the night near a school with a couple of blankets and a handful of cash, whatever Juan had available at the time. He had no idea where Joseph was headed or how he would get there. Flores would also be charged with accessory after the fact for assisting in the getaway. It would be nearly a month and a half before the work between the FBI and Mexican Immigration Service and the federal police began turning up clues and putting together a trail for Joseph. Rumors placed him in Zacatecas state in the north of Mexico. It is very likely that he tried to make contact with family members in the area, who then not only turned him away, but also alerted local police. At the family funeral for his grandfather a year earlier, it is said that Joseph not just alienated himself from his cousins and more distant family members, but outraged many of them. He was not a liked man, and he was finding no safe harbor. Joseph then moved even further south into an even more rural part of Mexico, entering the state of Aguascalientes. The 5'4", slightly built man with a large lion's head tattoo on the side of his neck stuck out like a sore thumb, and he caught the attention of local police in no time. And they caught him on December 10th, 2022.
Llevó a cabo la detención de la persona de nombre Joseph Mario Castorena.
The chase was over. Joseph was in custody. Soon, he may be extradited back to the United States, to Phoenix, Arizona, and turned over to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office to be held until he could be extradited again to Colorado. Investigators from the Aurora Police Department would fly down from Colorado in the meantime in an effort to interview Joseph.
I know it's been a long day, probably for you as it is us. Are you cool with talking to us?
I am. But I feel more comfortable with the attorney. So.
Okay. Do you have an attorney?
No, I would like to get one.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I'm trying to figure out. So right now you're here. You have a federal hold.
The hold would be here till and go to Colorado, or how would that work?
Yeah, go back there. Yeah. So I don't know if you would. I don't honestly know really how that works. You have to
Good cop right there.
federal attorney and then you'd be a state public attorney.
I don't really know how the law works, but you know.
Yeah, and obviously we came from Colorado. I'd really like to hear, your side of the story. We talked to quite a few of your family members.
Yeah, man. So, from what I see in the news, it's totally different. So, my side.
Right.
How things happen.
Right. Okay. And you don't want to.
No.
It's my understanding you already have been
I mean,
talking about what's going on.
Somewhat.
You just don't want to tell us, or what?
Well, I would feel more comfortable with an attorney, to be honest. It's just the way I'm feeling.
Joseph would allege the Mexican police
Smart
had
guy.
treated him roughly, something the Colorado police guaranteed would not happen.
Well, I guess we were told that you were talking to the Mexican authorities.
Not really. Not really, no. They're a little more brutal, so.
Well, you're shaking like a leaf here. You know nobody's gonna beat the shit out of you in Phoenix, Arizona, so I don't know.
What?
I said nobody's gonna beat you up here.
Oh, no, I know, I just, that was showing up slept, so. Honestly, just 2 hours sleep, I haven't slept since. Saturday. Then I woke up in the morning, I slept at all, so. Yeah, the Mexican police did rough me up a little bit, so.
They're not very nice. It's an understatement. Alright, well, like I said, nobody's gonna beat you up here, so if you don't wanna talk, that's kind of where we're at.
It would take nearly 2 years before Joseph would come before a jury and be found guilty of 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. In September of 2024, he would be sentenced to 4 life sentences for his crimes. 4 lives lost, 4 children's lives shattered irreparably, and 2 families broken by these events. It's easy to argue that the protective order
No,
that had been
I clicked on the wrong
was
square.
as flimsy as the paper it was
Whoops.
printed on. But the law, in cases of domestic violence, often leaves the hands of police officers and judges tied in these complicated and contentious cases.
Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your
Oh, lot of D. Kill this motherfucker here real quick, you know? Give me the pet real quick. You're chilling. Give me something good. Squirt, what are you saying, buddy? How you been doing, my dude? Feels like it's been a minute. Yeah, for real. Feels like that indeed. Said you were sick though, you know? So hope you're feeling better. You just get the flu or something? Still coughing up a storm, but you're feeling better? Oh shit. Make sure you drink like lots of like bone broth and shit, you know? Shit will get you right. Lots of dense nutrients packed into it. You just got like the flu or something though? Like just regular ass flu? You got the vid? My man over here got the vid? Fuck the vid. My man over here got the vid. He's contagious, boys. Lock him down. Bro, I keep misclicking right now. I'm not even gonna bother Wooks walking. Fuck it. I'm just fucking that shit up so bad right now. I was had a couple of fucking tequila shots with my dad. I gave my dad his first tequila shot tonight. Dude was cooked. My dad was cooked. Tequila's okay. My dad hated it. He takes he just sips on the shot and he's like, oh, that's fucking terrible. I'm like, you just gotta grab it and you slug it back, man. You don't even think about it. No, I can't. And I'm just like, Dad, just do it, buddy. Just fucking get it done. And he's like, all right. Fucking slips it back, freaking out, and the waiter comes over and is like, yeah, well, fucking give us all another round. My dad's like, what? No, no. And like, yeah, give us all another round. Fucking got my dad another shot. And he's like, I can't, Jack. I can't. And I'm like, Dad, you're fucking taking it. He takes it, and then my dad, when he's drunk, he gets like really glossy eyes. He takes the shot, and his eyes are just pure gloss. And he's looking around, and I'm just like, oh yeah, he's fucked. Then he got like a big ass beer. He drank the beer, and he's fucking just, he was whistled right up. It was a good time. Good time. I guess I should gear up and go back. How many shots do I have? 39. All right, that'll probably be my last trip here. I'm a big tequila fan. It's my favorite thing to drink, you know? Bro, I don't even know what to watch.
Our story begins in Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Looks
On the
good.
afternoon of March 2nd, 2014, Carlsbad Emergency Dispatch received an alarming call.
Carlsbad 911, what is your emergency?
Yes, my girlfriend left last night. We were at the Stevens bar and...
Actually, this should be fuck. Push. That. Yeah, I keep clicking the wrong tile to drop that shit. Jesus. Yeah, what's up, Project?
Our story begins in Carlsbad,
We'll
New
just watch
Mexico.
it, whatever.
On the afternoon of March 2nd, 2014, Carlsbad Emergency Dispatch received an alarming call.
Carlsbad 911, what is your emergency?
Yes, my girlfriend left last night. We were at the Stevens Bar and I'm staying in the hotel there, and she hasn't made it back to the hotel. I don't know where she went. She was talking about leaving with some other guy, and she hasn't made it back.
Okay, and where are you at?
The Stevens Inn.
What room?
402.
What is your name?
It's Robert Early. I've been pacing since 5:30 this morning.
Okay.
Just because she was pretty intoxicated, and she had some insecurities. And
okay, what is her name?
Emily Lambert. I didn't know, maybe she got picked up for PI. Maybe she walked down the road. She was in a really cute dress and some high heels, and I had her ID, and her phone was in the room on the charger. We took my phone, and I really didn't think anything of it because she was like, well, this guy over here has been hitting on me, and he said, if you aren't going to treat me right, then he'll take me home. And I was like, whatever, if that's what you really want.
Okay, what color dress?
It was like white and black with black high heels.
This lady's just like not giving a fuck about the drama. She just wants the information. She's a pro.
In the car, she don't have anything with her. I've driven up
No,
and
woo,
down the
bitch.
street to look to see if she was walking down the road or something. I haven't seen her, and I've called. I've talked to her parents, to her ex-husband. Nobody's heard from her.
Is her phone in the room or her purse is in the car?
Yeah, her phone is here.
Let me go ahead and have an officer come see you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
3 days earlier, February 28th, 2014, in Bedford, Texas. 30-year-old elementary school teacher Emily Lampert had planned a weekend getaway. As a full-time teacher and single mother of two, Emily occasionally had her parents watch her children. This allowed her to meet up with her boyfriend, 33-year-old
I didn't even
Robert
see
Early,
that.
who worked over 400 miles away on an oil rig in Carlsbad, New Mexico. Donna Koenig
I didn't even
said
see
her
that
daughter
fucking shit there.
Emily seemed happy with Robert. One of the things she enjoyed most about him was how good he was with her children. Stephen Koenig said his daughter planned to have a relaxing weekend in Carlsbad and return Sunday, mid to late afternoon. After an 8-hour
Yay,
drive,
Willow
Emily met
Seed,
Robert at the
let's
Stevens
go.
Inn, where he's living, as he searched for something more permanent. Everything appeared well until 2 days later when Emily was to return. Donna received an unexpected message from Robert saying to call him. She called him back and asked if there was a problem. Robert said that Emily was missing. He told Donna that they were having a good time throughout the day on Saturday, but that night
They
had
did a
gotten
shit
into
ton
an
of coke. Look at that nostril. Holy shit. This guy's fucking nostril, bro. That is a fucking cokehead's fucking nostril right there. Let me tell you. Holy fuck. Look how distorted that thing is. Jesus Christ.
good time throughout the day on
That guy was a
Saturday, but
party
that night
animal.
They had gotten into an argument at
Holy
the bar, and
fuck.
Emily stormed out. Robert said that he hadn't seen
That's
her
crazy
since.
work.
He said he could not contact her because she had left her phone in the hotel room. Emily's car was still in the parking lot.
That's fucking
Donna
generational
advised him
cokehead
to
shit
call the
right there.
police. Robert made the 911 call reporting her missing, which is the call you heard earlier. Donna said that this wasn't like Emily. She never left her girls and loved her
That's
teaching job.
fucked, bro. That guy's nose got me rattled, bro. Jesus Christ. I think it looked like a black hole sucking up anything that got near it, you know? Damn. 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 All right. Anyways, back to black hole motherfucker nose guy
Scotty
here.
and Blaine Rennie went to the Stevens Inn. Detective Rennie said that they rarely receive calls on
I gotta go blow my nose. Yo, Connor! Exclamation point! Redeem token. Or Sean, somebody. I'll be taking one when I get back. Might as well get your money's worth. Redeem toke. Squirt. That's my dog. That's my dog. Do you accept my challenge, Squirt Savage? You have 2 minutes to reply. Ha ha ha! Got him! Rigged. I was waiting for you to say rigged. You know, chat, my bro is the fucking man. I love that motherfucker, dude. He's the shit. Motherfucker saved my life.
missing adults. Investigators did not audio or video record Robert's initial statements inside the hotel room. Later that day, Robert provided his account during a formal interview. The detective had him start when Emily arrived in Carlsbad. To save time, I will summarize what happened Friday evening and Saturday morning. Emily arrived in Carlsbad on Friday at around 10 p.m. Robert and Emily spent a few hours at the hotel.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy work.
And then, at around midnight, the couple retired to the hotel room for the night. On Saturday, the couple spent the first half
My
of their
dude was
day
dealing
in
way out of
restaurants
his
and
league.
bars in nearby towns. Here is Robert's account for
Probably
the rest
shut
of
him
that
down.
day.
We headed to Route 21.
And he got pissed off.
Why did you decide to go to Route 21?
Because Emily wanted something to wear. And
That's crazy.
I wanted to get, I mean, I had button-up shirts and stuff, but I was like, if I see a cool shirt, you know, I'm going to get one. And she said on the way there, she was like, well, I like you in teal and I like you in blue. I was like, okay, well, if we see anything like that, then, you know, we'll pick out something. And we pulled in there, and it looked like almost every store was closed by the time we got there. It was dark. And we went into Route 21. She looked around. She was wanting a dress. Originally, she didn't see any dresses she liked.
So you didn't buy anything there?
No, she got a cute little dress she seen that had this kind of looked like makeshift cups kind of on it, you know? And it was white and black, went down, and from here down it was see-through. So while I was waiting in the line, she was searching for pants, some sort of panties to cover it up, you know, because the ones that she had brought were more sexy. And she ended up getting a black pair that said "badass" on the back, on the butt. We purchased our things, left, got in the car, back to the hotel. No, I think I got a grape and an orange crush drink to mix with the vodka. Pulled into the Stevens, we made a mixed drink while we started getting ready. We went to Trinity's. She got wine. I had Blue Moon.
So just you and her went to Trinity's?
Yes.
Okay.
I have several pictures from Trinity's.
Why did you take pictures at Trinity's?
Because we always take pictures of each other. You know, she was being goofy and said something about, you like to take a lot of pictures. She's got some insecurities and stuff, and she was like, why do you like to take so many pictures of me? Always wanting to know, do you love me? She's just, I don't know, she's one of those girls. And so I was like, really, she started clicking away. You know, I think I took like 6 or 7 pictures. And
so she was asking you why you take pictures of her.
So much. She was like, you really just like.
Is that what she asked
you?
Ooh.
She was like, why are you taking so many pictures? And I was like, because I think you look sexy.
And then what happened?
Then we came back to the Stevens, made another drink, killed half of it. I killed half of it, she killed half of it. And then we walked over to the Stevens bar.
Okay. About what time was that?
8-ish.
8-ish?
Something like that. No, I had some Miller Lights. I think I had a like OJ. I had a couple of Vegas bombs. Emily came up with her own drink called the Texas, which is 1800 and something else dressed. David had bought us 3 or 4, 5 rounds pretty quickly. Then I think Emily got a round of shots. I'm not sure if we actually had a round of shots on the tab. I included the tab on that night. Gabe beat me in the first game of pool we played. I played some more. Emily had gone to the bathroom a couple times and told me that every time she went to the bathroom, she was getting hit on. I don't really think nothing of it because she gets hit on everywhere she goes. The 3rd time she came back, or the time she had this, she was like, this guy over here said, if you don't want to take care of me, or you don't take care of me right, he'll take me home. And I was like, it really kind of hurt my feelings after the whole day and everything. And I try to have a speech with her, let her know, we're going to a roughneck bar. We're going to an oil field town. This isn't Fort Worth. It's different place, different kind of people. You're going to get hit on a lot. Most of these guys either single, wives at home, or they've been out here a long time. They're horny, and you're a good-looking girl.
So did it make you mad?
I mean, I was playing pool, really. I mean, I really didn't think too much on it. And then when she said it the second or the third time she came back from the bathroom, I was like, if that's what you want, Emily, you want to go off with some stranger that you don't even know, go ahead. I was like, nobody said that you had to be with me, you know? And she's like,
Guy just sounds guilty.
whatever.
That was my day. It was great, man. I got my dad to drink his first shot of tequila.
Come back and apologize.
Legendary shit, you know?
Changed throughout the day.
I think the alcohol.
Today I was talking about to my dad, and we were talking about just historic moments in human history. He was telling me about how he was watching TV when JFK got shot in the head, and he was watching it live. Like, he just watched his fucking skull just get blown at the back of his fucking head.
About that because I had to stand behind her because her dress was so revealing. I had to stand behind her to keep from showing her panties, and we danced. We danced a couple times, and I mean, we were having a great time. And then she started getting hit.
Telling me about how he started off with the radio and he went all the way up to 4K HD TVs.
She likes to hear that.
You know what I mean? He's started off with the radio. He watched color TV get integrated, and he was telling me how they used to sit there and they'd have to it was more like hues. It wasn't really like full color like it is now. It was like hues of color. They'd have to kind of blend it together with different things on the TV.
I don't remember exact words, but it was something like I'm leaving.
Nice. I got some Panda Panda Express.
Did you leave the bar?
Yeah.
Fucking bone in your chicken? Nasty. Who puts bones in chicken? That's unnatural. Almost swallowed that shit? Damn, bro. You weren't chewing? What's up with that? Why were you almost choking on that? Okay, bro, it was gross to me. Yeah, shit, man. That shit don't bother me. I used to work in a butcher shop, bro. I was fucking took great pleasure in fucking cutting up meat and stabbing fucking dead animals and shit. I like that. It's fun. Bro, I fucking yeah, I like that shit. I don't know, I like going hunting and shit. You chew fast? Yeah, okay, that will do it. That will do it, yeah. No? Bro, I could see someone doing that with a chicken wing, you know? Like a chicken wing is broken or something and they try and split it and fucking start choking on a chicken wing or something. I could see it. I could see it.
Because I was afraid that she would.
Your grandfather has a farm? Yo, it's sick.
She was drunk and would load her.
That's sick. What kind of farm? Like what's he got going on there?
You followed her out of the bar.
No. I never seen her when I left. I must have unlocked the door.
That's actually sick. What the fuck? What kind of farm? What kind of farm, bro? Are you inheriting? Tell me you're inheriting this farm, bro. Please tell me you're getting this farm, bro. That's so dope. I ain't even lying. That's fucking dope. He slits his cows' throats to kill him. Yeah, your grandpa sounds like a fucking man, bro. That's what I like to hear. How old's your grandpa, if you don't mind me asking, sir? It's a cool little farm. Yeah, bro, that's sick, bro. I love that. I've always wanted to have a farm, man. Like 72? Your fucking grandpa's a G, bro. Cherish that, man. Not too many left like him, bro. Let me tell you. Dying fucking breed they are. You know, to be exact? Fair. That's pretty cool, man.
Gabe that she actually left, and he was like,
That's actually super
"What?
cool.
I can't believe she."
You got his own
actually
little
left."
cow farm.
And then I must have went
That's
back
sick.
to the room, and I couldn't get in.
He must make bank,
And I had
dude.
to go get the room key, and I went back to the room.
He must make so much money, that man.
Got myself in, noticed her phone and everything was still in there. I called her. I looked at my phone. I thought I called her 4 times. I started pacing around, so I walked outside. I locked myself out, and then I went and got another room card. Because I remember the lady. I specifically remember the lady at the front desk telling me that she wouldn't give me another room card if I slammed the door. And then I went back to the hotel room. I was pretty pissed off, and she still.
Your dad put the cows when you was younger? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just on the driver's side.
Fuck, man, if I were you, I'd be out there working on that farm with him every fucking day, bro. No joke.
I couldn't believe she'd have.
That'd be a fucking experience, man.
She would leave with somebody after a great vacation day and everything.
God damn, that's fucking awesome, dude. I'm actually kind of jealous. I'm not gonna lie. That's sick. That's fucking sick.
Issues in life. Yeah, I got to the room. She didn't have a room key or nothing, you know. She didn't have anything on her. I had her ID. I mean, we had my phone. Everything was left in the room.
Oh, I took close to him. Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's, I don't know necessarily the family political bullshit going on, right? So, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure I came back to the bar. Now that I remember,
Family
I think I came
politics.
back to the bar and told Gabe she's actually gone. She actually left.
So before, I don't want to skip anything. So you left the bar, and you said you went back to room 402. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Why did you leave the door cracked?
Because I knew she didn't have a key, and I didn't know if she was gonna be able to get one from the front desk. And I was.
Well, if you were in the room, I mean,
She could have knocked on it. She could have.
typically people knock on the door.
Yeah, I mean, she could have knocked on it, but I know I left it cracked for a little while. I know I did. That's the only thing in my mind, because I was pretty drunk and I know I went to sleep. But it's the only way I can think that I would actually let that wiener dog get out. Because in the morning, when I searched around for the wiener dog, I was like, oh my God, it's gone. I remember I was.
Oh, I just got a dragon bone necklace. That's a 1 in 1,000 drop right there.
My mom's car, drove around. I went down canal.
In an old ass hood.
I'm looking on the side of the road, just see.
Old ass hood. They got like an old farm, you're saying? Fair. They never maintain. Did they ever maintain their farm and stuff, or no?
I turned back around, went to the hotel room, and went back inside the room and went to sleep.
And you were in the Elantra?
The Hyundai.
The Hyundai Elantra?
Yes. I fell asleep waiting on her on the bed. I remember I woke up fully clothed.
Did you look around the hotel at all for her, or did you go back to the bar to see if maybe she was there, or?
I don't know if I walk over to my boss's room now. I mean, I figured she had to come back. And all of her stuff was there. There's no way that she wouldn't be back. And by the time
She had left all her stuff in the room?
yeah, she was wearing a dress with no pockets and heels.
Did she have a purse?
Her purse was left in the Febreze from dinner.
Did she have anything on her person?
Nope. I had her ID.
You had her ID.
She gave it to me. I put it in my wallet. I had the debit card and my ID.
Her debit card?
Yeah, and I had a room key. I remember that. I had a room key when I went into the bar because you have to show them the room key to get in for free.
You didn't see her at all after she left the bar?
After she left the bar, I did not see her again. I still have not seen her. So I've been telling everybody. I mean, I laid
Yeah, he's gonna shut down the farm soon. Damn, that's rough.
Did you call anybody?
Didn't call anybody till the morning. And I called my mom. I think it was the first calls I made a couple times telling her how Emily actually left with somebody last night and still hadn't come home. I got pissed off and told my mom, I was like, you know, I'm coming home. That's why I told Gabe that I was gonna get all my stuff, I was going home. I was gonna pack all my stuff out of her house and move it back to my mom's. My mom was like, no, you need to make sure that she's okay. Make sure she didn't go with anybody. She could be in danger. You need to turn your ass back and go home, back to the room. Don't lose your job. Don't miss a day of pay. So I turned back around, back to the room. Then I called Donovan, Emily's ex, and I got in her phone to get his number and asked him if this is normal behavior from Emily. And he told me, he kind of, I'm thinking.
You know, some people, bro, when they stop working and shit like that, they just shut right down. They fucking just die, you know? So, like, hopefully that doesn't happen to your grandpa. That man sounds like he's probably been working his whole life, you know what I mean?
About a time in Vegas and some other stuff. So, you know, I told him, I was like, well, what do? He was like, wait around until 10. So I talked to my mom and dad some more. And then Emily's parents started calling. Her mom called twice.
Why did her mom call?
She was supposed to be, they're close, they talk. And she was supposed to be leaving. She was leaving in the morning.
So she called your phone or her phone?
No, her phone. And then I got the number off Emily's phone. I called her mom. She didn't answer. They were in church. I texted her and said, hey, this is Robert. Will you please call me? And then I even tried to call her once from Emily's phone. And she didn't answer. She eventually called me back. I might even call my ex-wife at the time to let her know what was going on, how crazy this was. Me and Brittany get along good. We don't have, we really do.
Fought in Vietnam, man. Damn.
My ex-wife and her man.
Fucking, yo, dude, yo, man, you got, god damn, that's crazy, bro.
Police reporter called.
I bet you he's got some fucking stories, eh?
Until about 1, she's not back then. Call the police, and then Emily's dad called me.
Rio Tinto.
I was sometime around a little bit before noon. He was like, "Well, it's been approximately about 12 hours. You know, you need to
Huh. What was he mining, do you know?
Call the police, so that's why I called 911. And then the officer showed up, I think about 1. And then I gave
Mining in Utah. Okay.
And then I just started
What was he mining? Just like raw minerals and shit?
knew anything or if this was something.
Dude, that's actually so fucking cool, dude.
Then I talked to her parents a couple more times. They told me to keep them posted, updated. When Williams was there,
He drove the big trucks? Okay.
So the last of my rig stuff that was
That's fucking sick, dude.
Emily's car, and put it into the room. And then I took out my daughter's school bag and her coat and threw it in the room. And they told me to take everything.
He picked up the dirt and shit. Yep. Yeah, he's like a dump truck driver kind of thing.
She came back. She'd have to get a room
Kind of deal.
and call Carlsbad Police Station in order to get into the room.
Super deaf.
On the way there,
Oh shit.
Literally just break down crying. I called Brittany and
That sucks.
told her I just need a friend. I just need somebody to talk to. I can't believe this. She was like, "Oh, you guys are, so good. All you ever do is talk good about Emily." And I was like, "I know. I just can't believe she would leave drunk and go with some other douche." No. I got to the rig. The guy seen how upset I was, and I told him I had a couple drinks because I just couldn't calm my nerves. And I was trying to calm down, and when I got out there, they were like, "You need to be in the hotel. You need to be staying there. You need to be there waiting on your girl." And they drove me back. I was pretty worn out about it. Didn't sleep much that night. Called some more people. Monday, I talked to Emily's parents. They said they're gonna come down here. I talked to Donovan. After that, the detective showed up.
What do you think happened to Emily?
I don't know. I'm really starting to be getting worried. I think she got in the car with the wrong person, and either in a bad situation somewhere, or she's still with the wrong person. I don't know. I think she met somebody at the bar and left with them, and I have no
Bro,
clue.
what is this shit? Why am I
Following their
sprinting?
interview with Robert,
What?
Detectives searched for surveillance cameras at the Stevens Inn and the
Fuck
on-site
this
bar,
game.
the Blue Cactus Lounge.
Unbelievable.
The hotel did not have any cameras on the exterior. However, there was a camera monitoring the lobby. The hotel bar had
Unbelievable.
surveillance on the interior and exterior. Investigators copied the footage and brought it back to the station for processing. They queued up the footage to a few minutes before Robert said Emily had left the bar. At 11:30 p.m., the footage showed Emily leaving the bar. Detectives described her body language as upset and wanting to get somewhere fast. Detective Naylor said that Emily was dressed nicely and had been drinking. He said that someone could have taken advantage of her mental state at that time. 5 minutes later, Robert Early exited the bar. Once outside, he asked another patron for a cigarette. He then got a light from a man in a cowboy hat and eventually left. Detectives continued working diligently as Emily's parents in Bedford, Texas, gathered the kids and drove to Carlsbad. Donna said they were so worried. However, they tried to shield Emily's kids from what was happening. Donna knew that.
All right, boys, here we go. Let's see if we can't squeeze out one more kill here.
Wrong. Back at the station, detectives asked Robert to submit to a polygraph examination.
I don't know if he was making shit up, but I doubt it. Hey, man, I don't think he's got any reason to lie. You know what I mean? Bro, do you know what he was? Do you know what he was doing in Vietnam? Kind of curious. If he doesn't talk about it, that's understandable too. PTSD and shit, right? But did he ever talk about what was going on in Nam? Running from all the fucking Viet Cong and shit.
Through a U.S. Marshal. I wouldn't cheat on her. I passed.
Through a U.S. Marshal.
He was a retired U.S. Marshal.
Oh, okay, but
we paid for it. It was in Dallas.
So I hired him to do the polygraph. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break, and then when we come back in, I'll go over the questions that are going to be on the polygraph.
Okay.
And then we'll begin the polygraph. Okay. Whenever there is a threat.
You never asked him about it? Damn, bro. Yeah, I guess that's just kind of the respect thing, right?
Autonomic nervous system responds. And it responds
Fuck, man.
by changing
My dad.
your heart rate, your breathing rate,
My dad's grandpa. My dad's great grandpa. Was it his great grandpa?
Yes.
I don't know. Somewhere down my dad's line, they were in like World War II and shit. And they're like, my dad did this report at school.
Yes.
And the teacher's like, no, this never happened, this, that, and the other thing. And my dad's just, pretty sure it's his great grandpa, honestly. Pretty sure it was his great grandpa. But his great grandpa was like, listen, lady, I was there. I know what the fuck was going on. You know? It's pretty funny.
The test is now complete. Please sit still. I'll release the pressure from the cuff in just a moment.
Fucking dragon bone necklace, dude. Yeah, scary stuff.
Three tests that we took, which was surrounding what we're here today for. The location of Emily. And you didn't pass.
How?
It was asked 3 separate ways. And you didn't do well on any of the tests anytime I asked you.
Yeah, I was nervous and haven't slept.
Okay.
Robert,
there's an easy explanation to this, which means there's some information that you need to come forth with.
I don't have any other information.
Robert, do you realize I've been doing this a long time? I'm actually going to retire this year. I've been a detective for over 15 years, all over the state of New Mexico. Been doing polygraph for approximately 5 years.
I didn't lie on anything in the polygraph test. I don't know where Emily's at. I don't know where her location is. When she left the bar, she left. That's all I know.
Okay. Sergeant Rennie wants to talk to you, okay? You did not pass the polygraph. Wasn't even close.
You got anything in your pockets? Knives, guns, needles, anything that'll poke, stick, stab? No. Okay. Sure?
Yeah.
Alright, come on.
Following the confrontation by the polygraph examiner, Detective Rennie brought Robert to another room for an interview.
I'm gonna go grab a glass of water, boys. I'll be right back, man. I might be able to squeeze out like one more trip with the amount of arrows I got there. With these diamond arrows.
to see what you say. I mean, you said you're gonna show me.
I'm not going to show you anything.
Yeah.
Tell me, or
I'll tell you, dude, hands down, there's enough evidence here.
what evidence do you have against me?
Why would I tell you that right now, Rob? Let me tell you how this is going to go, okay? I'm telling you, when this is over, whatever the outcome, it's over. I won't talk to you again. I won't want to hear from you if I let you go and in 2 hours from then you say, oh shit, I probably should have told you. I'm not going to want to talk to you, okay?
Good cop, bad cop.
This is your
One person here.
The only one you're going to get to help yourself out. Where when this all comes to
Oh yeah, definitely help yourself
you
out.
look like a monster. Like I told you before, dude, I don't think you're a bad guy. At all. I really don't. I kind of like you. You're actually a likable person.
A lot of people do.
I think...
Hook, line, and sinker, yo. Hook, line, and sinker. This cop's just salivating, bro. This cop is just fucking salivating on the... Oh my god. A lot of people do. Like, what an idiot. What a fucking ghoul. Excuse me. Damn. The grain tree, that is definitely the next quest we're doing. What do we need for it? Access to the fairy rings. Prayer potion, combat, safe fighting. Energy restoration, agility. That's all we need. Seems like a pain in the fucking cock. Oh, you shot him COD zombies? Dude, you're a fucking G, dude. Yeah. Yo, what was his opinion on him, bro? Straight up, what was it? Come on. Did you like it or nah? Fucking Nazi bastards. Bro, that's nuts. LM played, but he died on round 2. I mean, fuck, didn't we all die on round 2 the first time? You know what I mean? He loved it? Yeah, that's what's up, dude. Dude, that's sick. You just reminded me. I gotta get an emulator for the PS2. I gotta get an emulator for the PS2 on my TV downstairs, and I'm gonna get Slugfest, and I'm gonna start playing some MLB Slugfest with my fucking dad. Oh my god, we used to do that all the time when we were kids. Well, when I was a kid and he was obviously an adult, he'd be kicking my fucking ass. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm ripping a little Tokioki here, and then we're gonna go back and kill Vorkath, boys. Might as well throw this video back on. We'll go back and kill Vorkath here soon. Let's see, 2480. I'll hit 2500 tonight. 20 more kills.
But that ball's in your court.
That's like what? 5 trips? 4 trips?
Search warrants on all the vehicles right now in the room, and I know
4 or 5 trips.
I can tell you, dude. 16 years. Last
Excuse me.
night was the hardest night I've ever had. Hands down. The hardest thing I've ever had to do is look 2 little girls in the eye that says, my mama's lost. Are you going to bring her home? But it still tears me up. Being a father, yeah, man, that wasn't easy to do. And it's still not easy. You're a father. You have a daughter. Staring that young of a kid in the face was, and still is, and probably will be for a long time to come, very good. It was heartbreaking. And I'm telling you, if the shoe was on the other foot, and your daughter they were bringing up here, you would want the same thing.
I've seen shows and different things, and I think maybe should I have a lawyer present right now?
Dude, that's up to you, Robert.
I mean,
You've been Mirandized just recently.
I'm telling you.
But I thought that was your own rights to do what you want to do.
I'm not going to give you that advice because I can't, okay? I can't. All I can tell you is this is the one chance you have to let that mom go home. I don't give a shit in what condition.
We need to bring
Those little
closure.
girls deserve that.
They deserve closure.
You know that. I know that.
I mean, all I've said is what I've said, you know?
Yeah.
No, this ain't a game. I also played World War II campaign with him, and you thought it was a movie?
That's why we have someone from a different agency come in and do those tests.
Yo, that's crazy. He must have loved that shit, eh?
He has no dog in the fight.
The World War II. He must love those campaigns, dude. Should get him. Dude, you should get him playing fucking like Medal of Honor and shit, Battlefield, shit like that.
It's not your normal. Not
Fuck, dude.
Normal be involved or be around, but alcohol, sometimes drugs. I'm not saying you're doing drugs, but alcohol. We've all done stupid stuff, you know, or something we normally wouldn't do. Do you know where she's at?
How so?
Hands down.
Yeah, flashbacks. Dude, it,
I understand that.
You're hammered, but
I was clicking.
something happened, right? We know that.
I mean, we had an argument and she left, and that when she left, and you know, from the hotel, you know, I mean,
Then what?
I got in the car and tried to drive around and look for her, and
You found her.
no, I never did find her. I never did get to find her. I broke the door handle, I broke the mirror, you know, she's pissed, and I don't know, whoever she left with, and I got in, that's the reason I ran back to the room, or I locked myself out of the room, ran back to get the car, and get in the car and go. And that's why I just pulled out and went the way that I seen them pull out of the Stevens.
You knew she wasn't a vehicle.
I know she went in a vehicle.
What was the vehicle?
It was a thing. It had monster tires with Rockstar wheels on it, white, extended cab truck, and she was. I mean, it was the guy who she was talking to, whoever she was talking to.
Okay, so you're saying, you know, he left, or she left with someone.
I know she left with
Can
someone.
I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why haven't you brought anything up like this before? If you
Yeah, I figured she'd be back.
really, because then you know what? By not telling us something, that's more time that she's been gone. So that makes me think something different, Robert. That you know more than what you're saying even now.
Robert.
Your shoulders are pretty heavy, dude. Now you can cross your arms. Your shoulders are heavy. I'm telling you right now, they are. They have been since the moment we started talking to you. Those little girls don't deserve what you're doing. Your little girl does not deserve what you're doing. It's everyone that's around you that's going to suffer for the rest of their lives.
When you have the key.
Why do y'all think I have a key?
You can open the
I
door.
don't know what everything is. I mean, like, I have no clue.
You do have a clue.
You know more than you're saying, because you just gave us more information. Whether it's true or not, I kind of think it's half. Okay? I'm not trying to be an ass to you, but we're dealing with life here, buddy. We're dealing with someone's life. We're not here to hammer on you. We're here to get the truth so we can possibly do something to help her. But we have.
Eric, what is good, my dude? How are you been?
Deceased right now.
What's new?
This isn't our first time to deal with this. This is not the first time cases that we've dealt with many of these. We know how to read people. We know how people operate, how the mind works. Okay?
And you deal with one of two kinds of people. One, something that accident happened, or two, you deal with a monster.
I'm not a monster.
Huh?
I said I'm not a monster.
You're not a monster.
No.
convince me of that right now, because, dude, you coming forward with that right there and then saying that, and you've been hiding it for 2 days, I have a problem with. And 12 people looking at that would have a problem with it. They wouldn't have a problem with an accident.
I have no doubt you love her. She's your world. But I think crap went wrong. You know, something you didn't mean to happen
at all
went south. I don't doubt that there might have been another vehicle or something, but I think they had some assistance, but you were there when something happened.
I can count 6 people right off the top of my head that will be saved a lifetime of questions, a lifetime of wondering. The last one we worked like this, the kid committed because of the grief they shared.
Yo, smoke up. What are you saying, my dude? How you been? What's new?
Let's close this. Let's get some closure on this. Let us.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Start back when you were in the bar.
Same thing I said. Everything's right on until we walk to the hotel, you know, and you know, as soon as we get too close to the room, you know, I see her sitting in her car and another dude pull up. I get pissed off. I was like, "You gonna leave with him?" I busted off the mirror, and then I kicked the side of her door and yanked the handle off. And dude pulls up. Emily jumps out and gets in his ride. I have a room key. I run back and get the room key. Run back, get in. Now I got my mom's keys. I seen them pull out. I just hauled. I figured, hey, you know what? They're probably, you know, going that way. There ain't nowhere to go this way.
Which way did they go? South? When you went up?
I don't know the directions. Canal towards Walmart.
Okay.
Towards Walmart, south.
It was whitish, you know, white truck. Some big wheels, like I said.
Lifted?
It was lifted. And
Chevy, Dodge, you know?
Man, dude, I mean,
light bar, anything distinguishing?
I think it had black Nerf rails on it, but I couldn't tell if it was just the step boards. I seen, as I'm coming up to where you would take a left to go to Loving, or you go straight, I didn't see any lights really this way, you know, and I seen tail lights way up here.
Going towards Loving.
Going towards Loving. So, you know, I'm waiting at the light, I mean, I'm pretty shitty too, you know what I'm saying? So
Dylan about to play BO6 Zombies. You like BO6 Zombies, eh?
go towards Jow, you know.
Okay.
So
on 31.
On 31. There's still quite a ways.
How's that new map?
I go that way.
You try that new map out? What's it called? Tomb?
But shit, I'm in a little Hyundai, and it's you know, I'm drunk and I'm trying to swerve. He pulls up into some sort of looking like housing little area or something, like a house or something. I know where it's at. Because, you know, I drove by it on the way to the rig when I went last night, you know, and I was looking I was like, well, I don't see any lights or any cops, you know, I mean, obviously she made it out of there, you know, and, but when I pulled in that night, they had already pulled in and behind and then to the back, and by the time I get out, Emily barely had any clothes on, you know, and I pull up, we start, you know, beeping, and he comes running at me with a pipe, and she jumps in front, bam!
Where'd he hit her?
Right in the head. I mean, and I was like, God, you know, and he comes at me, I just got in the car and just burned out, you know. I figured, what am I gonna do now? I should have called the police right away.
Was he Hispanic?
Oh, no, it was like a big cowboy white guy, cowboy hat. And I left her there, and that's what it's been eating at me because I didn't know what to say. I don't know what, you know.
Did you cause that?
My criminal background, I'm on
gives a shit?
That doesn't matter.
I'm on bond probation. I mean, I was drunk. I figured she'd come up and wound up in the hospital the next couple of days or something. You know, I mean, and I wanted to be
Did
done.
she go down? Was she moving? What?
She went down, you know, and she got back up. She started, you know, talking shit, and I mean, he had pretty good, but Emily's a big girl. I mean, you know, she's from what I hear from her friends, she's real high-headed when she's drunk and she can handle herself.
Where did he hit her, in the face or the?
Yeah, he was swinging at me and hit her. It looked like he hit her kind of right across the face. And, you know, I heard her whimpering and stuff, and I burned out. I didn't know if he was going back to get a gun, if he was going to come back and shoot me for being there. The situation's about to turn, and I'm going to lose my life, too. So I left. I should have just been honest and said everything from the start. I waited it out because I didn't know what else to do. I'd never been in this situation. I've seen movies and all the 48s and stuff. I mean, I'm guilt by association.
What were you doing out there? Trying to go get her, right?
Bro, you know what sucks?
This could be that I didn't do anything that I could have.
That's the thing that sucks. Is you could have called. And, I mean, if anything's bad happened since then, that sucks.
Could have been out there Sunday.
Yeah. Could have been out there Saturday night.
Can you show us where that location is?
You show me where the house is?
Is it a crew cab?
Was she bleeding?
Looked like there was blood.
Okay, not looked like there was blood, Robert.
Look, he hit her across the face, man. I looked at her mouth, and her mouth was swollen right off the bat, and she was still feisty. And he was coming back at me.
What did he say?
Oh, he was cussing me up and down. You mother, you punked my chick. You know, and as soon as he started coming at me with the bar because I pulled up, Emily jumps right in front, and he's swinging, and she just took the whole entire force, and it didn't hit me.
What the pipe look like?
Silverish, with some sort of, look like it's sort of in, like he made it like some sort of
drip or something.
No, like maybe one of those pipes that, like from a rig that would stand up like a sign would be on.
So was it all the same color all the way through? Any bends on it or just straight?
Just straight at the bottom. I know everybody's mad at me now.
Hey, you know, the reason they will be is because you didn't step up and say something. But the positive is that you didn't do it. You went after to try to help her. Does he have a mustache or anything?
He had a goatee.
A goatee. Was he wearing a black hat or a silver one or a straw?
Like the lighter colored.
Silver belly, yeah. Did he pull the pipe out of his truck? Or
out of the back seat. He came around from the back seat with it.
And it was a crew cab?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I figured she'd already picked the car up and everything, and then after I made the missing persons report, and the reason I didn't come forward is because I'd already made that report, and I didn't divulge everything, and I figured that after
you figured that report, we could find her.
Yeah, and then, or something, and then it started getting deeper into it, and then it was like, oh, well, I lied on this because I really knew, because I thought she'd be found, and then y'all showed up the next week, then again, you know, and I was like, pacing, do I keep with the story, But you know what I'm saying? You know, and more of me is just eating me up.
Oh, there's no way you can live with this.
I haven't been sleeping, I've been diarrheaing, and
it'll drive you crazy.
Looking at this man's eyes when he's talking about the girls, those are my girls, man. I love those girls.
Following the interview, investigators took a field trip with Robert to the location of his fight with Emily and the pickup truck driving, cowboy hat wearing man. Detectives were hopeful that Emily was still alive. Robert stayed in the car as police searched the area. Detective Naylor located a woman's wristwatch. Here is an animated computer rendering of the scene. Near the back of the property, detectives found the body of a young woman lying face down. Emily Lampert was no longer missing. Detective Rennie broke the news to Emily's boyfriend and, shortly thereafter, to her parents. Donna said that they hugged each other and she said, "Well, we're alone now." Stephen described hearing the news as being struck with a baseball bat. He said, "It takes your breath away." Back at the crime scene, it's clear Emily suffered horrific injuries. Her face and head were swollen from apparent trauma. Detective Rennie said that she was discarded in a field like trash. Emily was naked except for a bra. She had blunt force injuries to her head and ligature marks around her neck. They determined that the killer dragged Emily's body over 500 feet to its final resting place. The Carlsbad Police Department was now investigating a homicide. Police searched for surveillance cameras between where they located Emily's body and the Stevens Inn. They were searching for the white pickup truck Robert saw her get into. Detectives found a camera facing the highway at a Walmart. They viewed the footage starting at 11:30 p.m. when Emily was last seen on camera leaving the bar. Detectives spotted a white truck 2 minutes after midnight and 30 minutes after Emily left the bar.
Oh, it's crazy. It's
The
telling
vehicle
the
pulled
truth. Yeah.
into the parking lot, traveling near the gas pumps, and later disappeared out of frame. The distance from the camera made it impossible to determine the vehicle's occupants or the license plate. Detectives questioned and alibied all the men who left the bar that night within 30 minutes of Emily. None of them had the opportunity to pick Emily up and commit the horrific act based on the timeline Robert provided. With leads drying up, the investigators looked at the footage from the hotel lobby. They cued the footage to 11:48 a.m. when Robert said Emily got in the white truck. The detectives' attention is brought to the right of frame as they spot a familiar face. It's Robert. According to Robert's story, he should have been in his hotel room with Emily now. Robert left the camera's view for a few seconds and then returned with his phone pressed to his ear. He appeared agitated, and as the receptionist handed over the room key, he immediately grabbed it, turned, and left. Detective Rennie believed Robert had gotten a key because Emily had locked him out of the room. He called her on his phone and was angry because she would not open the room door for him. Investigators thought Robert knew a lot more than what he told them. Detectives must find out for sure who Robert was talking to and why. They subpoenaed both Emily and Robert's phone records. The records revealed a voicemail from Robert Early left on Emily's phone. The voicemail was left just minutes after Robert left the reception area with the new keycard. It was clear that a struggle had occurred in the room between Emily and Robert. Investigators assigned a new detective to interview him, Detective Alan Sanchez. Detective Sanchez said that he first wanted to establish a rapport with him. He allowed Robert to take a smoke break and chatted with him. Robert admitted to some level of involvement in Emily's death during the smoke break, and Detective Sanchez brought him to an interview room for a formal statement.
I kicked the shit out of the door and knocked the eye hole off.
The room door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think she had showed back up yet. And I had to go back and get that second key. I'm not sure. I went straight in though, I remember that. I don't remember the exact part that I walked back into the bar and told Gabe that she had left. Because I think she pulled off again.
Okay.
And then came back and was like, I'm getting my shit and I'm leaving. We're done, it's over, I'm leaving you, this and that. And I was like, really? And then she was wanting to drive. That's what started the whole altercation in the room. She wanted to drink and drive all the way back to Fourth. I said, no, you're not leaving. Very stubborn. So she started fighting with me over it. I said, you're not leaving. You're going to sleep in that bed, I'll sleep in this bed. And she started going crazy with me. And we started, pushing around. And that's when she grabbed my arm and bit the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then swept me back. And I put my head against the wall. And that's when I got up and hit her. And then, I had already ripped off her mirror, her handle. Mm-hmm. She didn't want to get out. And I kicked us out of her car. And we got back to the room and we scoped around. I hit her and then I kicked her. A couple times. I lost it.
Where did you kick her the first time?
I think in the mouth.
Okay.
I hit her in the side and kicked her in the mouth.
Okay. And then the second and third time you kicked her?
I don't think I kicked her in the body. I might have once. After I kicked her those 2 times, she was still okay. She got up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? I was pretty shocked. It came at me again. And that went from one side of the room to the other living room. And then I kicked her a couple more times. I mean, she, I was able to get her down. And she was crazy. I was tripping out. I didn't know what was going on, And then I kicked her again there.
Where'd you kick her that time?
I think in the face.
Okay.
Pretty much all headshots.
Okay.
That I can remember.
Okay.
And I started freaking out. I'm like, oh, and she was just laying there, like, breathing in like a weird breath. And I
like she was knocked out?
Yeah, and I didn't know what to do. And so I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And I put her in the car and drove out there. And then we scuffled again behind that guy's house. She came to, and then as she was coming at me, I grabbed that freaking air pump that was, she had everything because she had drove down there, the air pump, and like my other hard hat and stuff was in the front seat. Bunch of just miscellaneous shit, And I grabbed that and whacked her with it, and I whacked her with it a couple times. Shoot, I remember hitting her a couple more times and then leaving. I was so worried and so upset and stuff. I remember in the morning, I couldn't believe it. And I drove, like, back out there, to see if she was okay or moving or anything. She wasn't. I was freaked out. I didn't know what to do. And I was, like, crying all the way back, like, oh, my God.
What happened?
Yeah. What did I do?
How did you drag her back there, brother? I know it's probably a shitty thing to think about, but I mean, did you grab her and drag her back, or did you wrap her with something and drag her back?
I wrapped her with something.
What did you wrap her with?
Rope.
A rope? Did you tie it around her neck?
It was just a quick, like a slip, and then just threw it around the passenger door and shut the door. I was freaked out. It was back like this. I wouldn't even, probably wouldn't even back there for a whole total of 15, 20 minutes, but bam, and then out of there, and then I back to the hotel room, took a shower, and it was
Yeah, what's up, Jay?
freaked out, and then all of a sudden I was able to lay down and pass out. I was annihilated, and I was worn out, and at that point in time, I was just like, I woke up in the morning, I had seen the road, the mirror was on the ground outside, the handle was in the room, and
It was alright. I had some tequila shots. Got my dad's first tequila shot earlier.
Went straight to go see.
Shit was legendary.
There's really no blood in the room. I'm sorry.
And that's what they're going to want to hear is I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I ruined the best girl of my life. I'm sorry for her kids. I'm sorry for my kid.
You truly are sorry, Robert?
God, so bad, dude. You don't even know how bad.
I know.
I was able to cry a lot. The first couple of days, and then I just got to the point where it just weighing on me. I couldn't breathe. I just cigarette after cigarette after cigarette. And I drank. I had to do something to even be able to lay down and sit like that, because I'm trying to live this lie thinking it was gonna go away.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to go away. I just didn't. I kept on thinking maybe I can make it right with God somehow, and just never do anything bad again, and be there for my daughter, and it'll be okay.
In a sense, you've at least started that to make it right by telling the truth,
And I'm so scared to go to jail, dude. I've never been to big jail.
I hear you. And I'm not going to sit here and say I understand, because I've never been to jail, but,
Man, I was freaked out. And then that all was from, I was still drunk, probably, 5:30 in the morning. On when I woke up and I see the dress laying on the ground and all this stuff. I was like, oh my God.
On the ground where?
In the room.
Oh, okay.
She didn't have it, and I was like, oh my God. And then the worst thing was, my best friend was gone. My best friend was gone. Her.
Oh, okay.
You know that.
Where's the rope at?
You want to go for a ride? Go smoke a cigarette out.
Yeah, we'll go for a ride and we'll check it out.
They're gonna put me somewhere with a bunch of hardcore murderers that don't give a Man, I really wish I was in Texas. Not really, actually. I mean, how are y'all's laws?
You know, man, I've been doing detective work for a little while, but I'm more familiar with the dope laws. As far as this,
like this, what they get.
This kind of stuff, it all depends. And like I told you, it all depends on honesty. It all depends on honesty. You know what I mean?
I'm you know, and I don't think I'm trying to be selfish. You know, I've been stressed out about this so hardcore, and I didn't know what to say. I really was. I was just hoping I was gonna at least get to home to see my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And then I started thinking about her kids and stuff, and I had to put it on my mind because it eating me up. And then I was like, oh, this other truck, and this and that. I was like, okay, well, here goes those questions again. I'm in the polygraph. And then some dude saying he seen me get in a truck, which wasn't the case, which I think was probably bull in the first place to get me to confess.
No, actually, I can tell you this. Some guy actually did say that. So,
Well, that
that's
must
not
have
right.
happened with somebody else.
Yeah. And we started to figure that out.
Oh, y'all figured out it was somebody else?
Yeah, we figured out that there was no way that could have happened. So we were like, well, he's telling the truth about that because, you know, I mean, we got to put the bits and pieces together, and that didn't fit. You understand what I'm saying? Well, let's go for a ride. Let's go take a break. Let's go have a smoke. And then we'll go for a ride. You can show me where the dress is at, where the rope's at. And then we'll go from there. You want to talk some more? We'll talk some more, man.
Robert admitted to kicking Emily repeatedly in the head and face with steel-toed boots. He then brought her to the dump site, where he beat her in the head again using an air pump. Afterward, Robert tied a rope around her neck, shut the other end of the rope in the back passenger door, and dragged her over 500 feet on a rocky road. Robert claimed the initial fight was in self-defense and that Emily had regained consciousness at the dump site, and that is why he beat her with the air pump. On the way to the jail, he told Detective Sanchez what really happened.
We're discussing some stuff on the way back from the scene, bringing them back to the jail. Robert, I'm going to go just advise you, like what we just talked about just a few minutes ago. I'm going to advise you of your rights real quick, okay? You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney and have it present during questioning. If you can't afford one, want to be appointed to by the court free of charge. If you decide to start answering questions, you can stop at any time, okay? You understand your rights? Okay. You were giving me a little bit more detail about what happened, like, before you took her out there and while you were out there and stuff. Can we go over that again?
Okay.
You said whenever you loaded her up in the car, you grabbed her by the... How'd you grab her?
Underarms.
Underarms?
Underarms.
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 Okay. Then you put her in the car. Was she conscious at that time?
No, she was out.
She was out?
She was out.
Okay. And then you drove her out there to the house on 31. Did she ever regain consciousness?
No.
Never?
Never.
Okay. So she didn't fight with you out there?
No.
Okay. So then whenever you got there, what'd you do? You pulled her out of the back seat? And then what happened?
And I was like, well, it was right behind the house, so I drug her back to behind that barn, and I didn't know I didn't know what was going on, and I hit her a couple of times with the bar to make, because I didn't want her to be laying there all night long, just, in pain, or I don't even know if
You don't want her?
I didn't know. I mean, she wasn't breathing. I just didn't know what was going on, and I hit her with the bar.
Oh, I just smashed her with the bar.
Did you do that to make sure she wasn't suffering? To make sure she was dead, or?
I guess, because I thought she was, and I just didn't want. I mean, she looked pretty bad. I know she was gonna lay there and just freeze to death, or because it was gonna be cold in the morning.
Okay.
So I hit her with the bar a couple times.
Once you hit her with the bar, after you drug her, once you hit her with the bar, then what happened?
I put the rope on the hood, grabbed the bar, wrapped it up, and left.
And then whenever you left, Then what happened?
Well, the rope came off against the hood, and I wasn't even thinking about it, and I threw the bar off the side of the road. And then in the morning, I woke up. I went back to the hotel, washed up, passed out, woke up at 5:30 in a panic, like, oh. And I seen my pants, and I freaked out, and I drove straight back out there to see if she was moving or anything.
And did you go back out there and see her body?
She wasn't moving.
She wasn't moving.
And I panicked then, and I just started trying to cover my tracks.
How'd you do that?
Oh, well, I found the rope. I threw it off the side of the road.
You found the rope laying?
It was not too far behind the house. It blew off the hood.
Oh, okay.
And I was driving. I seen it. I just picked it up, and threw it off the side of the road on the way back.
And then what happened?
I went back to the room, grabbed the pans, wrapped them in the trash, and threw them in the hotel trash can at first. And I didn't know if she was going to be found. They were going to go search through the trash cans and stuff, so I threw it away in the dumpster at the Chevron.
Okay.
I got a pack of cigarettes and was going to head back to Fort Worth and move my stuff out of her house and just be done and act like she had left with another guy, which was what she was originally said she was going to do, but she didn't end up doing that. And then my mom told me to come back because she could be hurt. You know, she's not there. She didn't show up because I originally told my mom she left with somebody else. And I turned back around.
So you were actually on your way to Fort Worth?
I was going to go to Fort Worth, yeah. And then I turned back around and was really started thinking in my head that if I leave, it's just going to look so much worse. And so I came back, and there was a little bit of blood on the wall, on a couple walls. I kind of wiped down with my finger, one with a little bar of soap. I had her dress. It was in the room. I seen it in the room. I threw it in a bag and I chunked it the next day. I went to work that night. I filed that missing persons report around 1 and tried to stay with that story because I couldn't believe what happened. And I was scared. So I stuck with what I originally told my mom. I couldn't put all the pieces together yet, and I knew I was looking at something that was horrible.
You think there's any justification for what you did?
I mean, at first I was trying to keep her from leaving because she was hammered and I didn't want her to get in the car and drive. And then when we started with the altercation, I mean, at first she had put me on the ground relatively easily, which I was kind of surprised. It threw me off guard and it pissed me off because my head hit the wall. And then I reacted and hit her, and then when she fell, I kicked her in the head with my steel toe. And
did you kick her hard?
Yeah, I kicked her hard. And I kicked her, I mean, she was still talking shit, and I kicked her again a couple more times, and then she was completely out. And then I was freaking out, and I didn't know what to do.
I know you feel remorseful for what happened. I know you feel sorry for what happened and stuff. But when you look at the totality of everything, when you look at the whole situation, do you really feel like there was a real good justification?
We were drunk and we were scuffling, and it escalated. I mean, you can't ever justify hurting somebody like that, in my mind. It's something I would never do if I was sober, straight thinking I'm a really good, nice guy. I mean, take care of my
Sounds like a nice guy, yeah.
I can't let it go that I actually did that to her. I feel horrible.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I'm extremely sorry. I'm sorry for her parents. I'm sorry for her kids. I'm sorry for my daughter and my family.
After his arrest, Robert made a call to his mother.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, Rob.
well, did you hear the news?
Yes, I sure did.
And I'm being charged.
Yep.
Well, we was
Tell me the truth now.
well, we were really, really drunk, and Emily was trying to leave, and I tried to keep her from not going, and she bit me and threw me into the wall, and I hit her. Oh, she bit me to where it was blood coming off my arm. I hit her. Things got really bad, and I was blacked out. I didn't really remember most of it until everything bad happened, and then it just went really south. I really didn't know what else to do.
What do you mean you didn't know what else to do besides kill her?
I didn't mean to,
Well, how did you do it?
I'm not even getting into all that.
Well, from what I hear, it was pretty bad. I don't want you to give me details. I don't want to live with that. But I just can't believe it. I feel dead inside. Because I just can't believe it, that you got yourself that out of control.
Mom, we had been drinking all day, and
Oh yeah.
I got scared after it happened. It just went bad from worse. I was honest. I showed, after I showed everything, I found everything, to try to make it look better. I mean, I didn't want it to happen. I loved Emily.
She was making decisions on the drunk brain, too, and you've been around that, and
I know it. Normally I don't act, and after I got bit and something to the wall, I lost it. It pissed me off. She's very, very hot-headed and stubborn when she's drunk, and it went from... I just played into it, and I shouldn't have.
Well, you've never, ever been able to grab a hold of your emotions when you needed to, when you got hot-headed.
I'm hoping I get crime of passion or something like that, but I don't know.
He told Brittany that it wasn't crime of passion. He said it was just alcohol. Please tell me. Well, I want you to be honest, though. Was it premeditated or it just happened?
It just happened.
Brittany's just going to tell that her daddy's working out of the country and just hope to God no kids or other parents open their mouths, because this will devastate her.
I mean, I might be gone for 10 or less. Yeah. Or more.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
I'll be 70 when you get out.
I
70 or so.
Mom, I know you'll be 70 when I get out.
But Robbie, I know how you were when you were drinking. I know that you got out of hand before, but not like that. And I figured she provoked you, and you couldn't stop. That's what I really figured happened.
Well, okay, I've been thinking about this. I got that $800 check that's coming to your house.
Yeah.
Sign it and give half to Brittany and half to me.
You?
I'm gonna need some money. I don't know where I'm going. I need to at least walk into wherever I'm going with some money.
$400 to you?
Just, Mom will be gone for a while and I'll save you guys from having to do it. And all my income tax money that I had that's in Emily's account, I'm just gonna give it to them.
Give it to who?
To let Emily's parents keep it. I mean, what else do you think I should do? You want to ask your parents for my income tax money?
No, I don't want to ask them for anything like that.
Because, I mean, I was going to try to give it to you to give to...
I'd like to do that too, but I am not. They're nice people, but I imagine I'm the last person they want to hear from right now.
Is it on the news there that I did this?
Oh, dude, this mom is so fucking real, dude.
Oh, big time. Pictures of you and her together kissing, and your name all spelled out. I'm just beating myself up trying to figure out what I did wrong with you.
You didn't do anything wrong with me.
My dad he believed in you till the end. And I had to call him and tell him. I knew it. I knew it was exactly what you just told me. Because and when Brittany provoked you,
Hey. No, don't do any of that.
Okay. I just know that you can't. Alcohol does stupid things to people.
All her friends knew that she got really hot-headed when she was drunk. Normally, I just let it bypass.
Well,
this time it made me really mad.
No excuse.
I know.
Whether she got hot-headed or not, there's none.
Mom, when you're
gonna
blacked,
have plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah, when you're blacked out. I mean, look, my daughter, you never know how old she's gonna be when I get out. Will she even remember me? I mean, my dog will be dead. He's probably only got 3 or 4 years left and good.
I tell you what, your brother is very upset. I know who you are when you're rational. You are the person I'm talking to right now. I knew that with alcohol involved, that wasn't going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Did you get a court-appointed attorney or ask for one during all this?
They're going to have to give me a court-appointed attorney, but I don't do any of that until I get down to the jail, right?
I think you could have asked while you were being interviewed to ask for a lawyer.
Yeah, he definitely could have been. Definitely should have.
So early, no sleep.
No.
I'll be up, Mom.
Plenty of time to sleep now.
Yeah. All right.
I don't
I'll probably take a plea bargain. I'm not gonna go.
Oh, yeah. That's the coldest shit I've ever heard in my life right there. Holy fuck.
A trial on this. I don't know what they'll say in trial. I just don't want to get the book thrown at me.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, hope when you get out, you can have a life. Find a job. It's gonna be really hard now.
Well, tell I love her.
All right.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Robert was charged with kidnapping and murder in the first degree and tampering with evidence. Roughly 1 year later, his trial began, lasting 3 weeks. On May 15th, 2015, after deliberating for a few hours, the jury found Robert Early guilty on all 3 counts. The judge sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Yo, this man just was telling his daughter, like, don't worry, daddy's gonna be gone for like 10 years.
In the aftermath, Emily's parents graciously raised her children. Donna said that Emily was such a vibrant person and a great mom. She said, "It's sad that the girls never really got the chance to know her." Steven said life without Emily is difficult. He said, "You don't get used to losing a child." For more videos of cases never seen on YouTube, click one of the videos.
Oh, that's crazy work, dude. Holy shit. Yo, that dude's mom straight roasted his fucking ass, dude. Oh my god. I didn't mean to take that, whatever. That's crazy work, bro. Holy fuck.
I left.
Damn. This guy always makes banger videos, bro.
On the way in, it was court.
Well, now to a stunning moment at the White
Damn, son. Hey, how's your night, killer? Fat dub. Damn, son. Well, chat, I'm probably gonna hop off. Appreciate y'all. Hope you guys have a good night. Talk to you guys later. Peace. You have a good night, Connor. Peace out, buddy. Have a good night, Squirt, Sean, everyone else in chat. Peace, boys.